Welcome back, everyone. Next up in the Star Guide, we'll be taking a look at Stand Tall on the 4 pillars in Shifting Sandland. This is a pretty fun star. We're going to be doing just a couple of things on the outside of the pyramid before heading back inside, and actually this time we're going to be fighting a boss. I feel like it's been a bit since we've had any boss fights in the series. So anyway, I'm going to use the Crazed Crate to hop over that little hill there. It was kind of unnecessary this time. Normally it's sort of a shortcut if you're going to the other side of that fence there on the left-hand side. But yeah, after I get trolled by that tornado dust devil thing a few times there, I'm going to head on over here to the second pillar. This is probably the hardest of the 4, simply because there's that dark sand down there at the base, which will kill you kind of instantly if you were to touch it. And that's, of course, assuming you're doing it on foot. I actually have a bit of an alternate setup that I'll be showing off at the end of the video where you actually get to use the Koopa shell. But yeah, I'm just going to be running around, standing on top of these things. There's, I think it's kind of a common misconception, if you will, that you're supposed to be collecting the coins. But actually there's an invisible trigger that you touch that's just sitting on the center of the top of those pillars. So if you're running up them and you're kind of jumping to grab the coin, it's actually possible to jump over the trigger. So make sure you actually stand, or at least run, over the top of the pillars. But once you step or run over all 4 of them, the top of the pyramid will fly away and explode, revealing that hole there. Dropping down inside, we're going to be riding down this elevator, and once it hits the bottom, we'll enter the boss's chamber. This is a pretty easy boss. It's another one of these bosses that are like disembodied hands with eyes on the palms. I feel like Nintendo likes this kind of boss. There was Bongo Bongo in Ocarina of Time, and I almost said Andros in Star Fox 64, but I guess those were like gems, not so much eyeballs. But yeah, you can just alternate between hands. They take turns attacking you. The one that sits still, it opens its eyes, and you can just run up and punch it or kick it. I also like how this boss starts by saying, "Who walk here?" It's like my favorite line in Super Mario 64. Who walk here? Anyway, there you go, boss defeated. So we'll go ahead and grab that star. But like I said, I do have a little bit of a bonus clip here. I'm not gonna fight the boss again, but maybe you'll find this interesting if you didn't know about this. As we restart the star here, we'll be heading over here to this interesting structure. And if you can manage to get on top of it, I like to do a side flip here, kind of where that natural hill is. You could do a side flip or press Z and do that like double backflip. And inside this block here, there's one of these Koopa shells that you can surf on. And believe it or not, you can actually ride right up the walls of these pillars. I guess that shouldn't be too much of a surprise considering you can just run up them. But as you can see here, I'll kind of hit them at an angle. I'll hit the corners because I've kind of found that if you hit it like straight on, like perpendicular to the wall, sometimes it'll act like you actually did hit a wall, and it'll knock you off the Koopa shell, and you'll have to run around and do them the old-fashioned way. But yeah, there you go. You can use Koopa shell. It's certainly faster. I don't know if it's easier, but if you're feeling fancy, give that a shot. Anyway, that's how I do that star. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.